Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the things that you have to do after getting selected as a GKS scholar, especially in 2025. First of all, I want to say congratulations to everybody who made it as a final GKS scholar. The rest of the things that you have to do is simply to prepare to be able to come to Korea in August. I know some of you are so confused about the things that you have to do, like visa application, about accommodation, etc. Okay, so today I'm going to take you through those things. So we are also going to read the important notice that GKS attached to the final list, because it's very important to follow the notice that they have put over there. Okay, you have to understand everything that they wrote in the notice and follow whatever instructions that they put in there. So I'm going to go through the important notice with you guys so that you are able to understand whatever process you have to go through or whatever thing that you have to do to be able to come to Korea finally in August. Okay, so before we get into the main content for today, please like the video immediately you click, comment on whatever questions you have, especially after you're done watching the video. Okay, I want you to understand everything that I say in the video before you have questions for me. And also please subscribe if you're new here, and kindly share the video so that I can get more coverage. Okay guys, so as I said, we are going to go through the important notice that NID attached to the final list for GKS scholars. And yeah, at the end of that, I am going to address some questions that you guys left for me in the comments, especially regarding those who are coming to Korea in August. Okay, so I'm going to answer all those questions at the end of the video. And I'm planning to make a video on how to fill the visa forms, and also I want to make a live next week so that if anybody has questions regarding GKS, you can just hop on the live and then you ask the questions and I'll reply to you in real time. So please, if you want me to do all those things, comment yes in the comment section. And also if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section. Okay, so let's get right into reading the important notice that GKS left for you guys. Now let's get to reading the notice for 2025 Global Korea Scholarship for GKS-G scholars. Okay, so the first part, it says, "Dear 2025 GKS graduate scholars, congratulations. We are happy to inform you that you have been selected as a 2025 GKS graduate scholar, blah 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 blah." Okay, so they are just telling you, please read the information in this important notice and take necessary actions accordingly. Okay, so please, it's important for you to read this important notice, okay, so that you don't miss anything out. First of all, let's talk about the Korean language program. So the period for your Korean language program is starting from September 1st to August 31st, 2026. Okay, so September 1st this year, and then it will end next year, August 31st. All right, so it says all newly selected GKS scholars will take the Korean language program at the same university where they will conduct their degree program. So if you selected Donga University, that's where you'll be doing your master's or your PhD. That's the same place that you'll be doing your language program. At first, they used to take you to a different university for you to do the language program, but now they have changed the rules. The university you selected is exactly where you'll be doing your language program. So please take note of that, with the exception of universities like GIST, KAIST, KDI, School of Public Policy and Management, PostTech, the Graduate School of Korean Studies, the Academy of Korean Studies. UNIST will designate another university for the Korean language program. That's because these mentioned universities don't have Korean language programs in their schools. So with those who are going to these schools, they will take you to different universities for you to do your language program, and then when you're done, you go back to your university to do your master's or your PhD. Okay, these are the only universities that are having an exception. Okay, next is minimum language proficiency, that is topic level 3. So during the mandatory year-long Korean language program, scholars must achieve at least topic level 3 to enroll in their degree program. So if you are coming to Korea this September, remember that at the end of your language program, you should have at least topic level 3, okay, before July. Okay, before July. Usually they open registration for topic in July, in June, but the results will come in August, and by then it will be too late. So make sure you pass topic and get level 3 before July, so that you are safe for you to go and start your master's degree or your PhD. If you don't pass topic, if you don't get at least topic level 3, you might be given the chance to do 6 months more language studies, and after the 6 months, if you're not able to get the topic level 3, you have to go back to your country, unfortunately. And even with that, you have to pass a certain mark with topic. I think it's 86 or something. If you don't get 86 points before July, unfortunately, they will not even give you the chance to do the 6 months program. You will be sent back to your country immediately when the language program ends. So please make sure that when you start the language program, you're going to be very serious and then be able to get the topic level 3 by the end of June or before July. Okay, please take note of that. It's not going to be easy, but make sure you have the can-do spirit all the time so that you don't give up. Okay, all right. So if a scholar fails to reach topic level 3 within 1 year of the Korean language program, they will not be allowed to proceed with their degree program. In addition, certain university or department require students to submit a valid topic level 4 or higher. Scholars who applied to such departments may not enter their degree programs if they fail to achieve the required topic certificate during the year-long Korean language program. Okay, so unfortunately, some of you chose maybe universities or departments that might require you to submit topic level 4. NIED is requiring you to have at least topic level 3, but some universities or departments might require you to submit level 4. Some even require level 5, okay, depending on the program that you're going to do, especially if you're doing your program in Korean. They require level 4 and higher, okay, but some of them are very considerate. They will be able to accept the level 3, okay, if you're able to get that. Okay, so please make sure you go through the university file. I always tell you, please read the university file and the guidelines so that you know each university's requirements, okay, and see if you meet it. Especially if you have been selected and you are coming, go through the university file and see your department, the language requirements and all that, so that when you're doing the language program, you will know exactly what you're facing in the future. Okay, all right, so let's go to the next one. Scholars who achieve topic level 5 or 6 within the first 6 months of the Korean language program must start their degree program in the following semester, March. So during the Korean language program, the first 6 months, if you're able to get topic level 5 or 6, you will be required to stop the language program and go and start your degree program in March instead of starting in next year, September. Okay, in this case, even though a scholar's language program period is reduced to 6 months, the degree program period will remain the same. Okay, all right, now let's move to accommodation. Right, so GKS scholars are required to live on campus in the dormitory, usually with roommates during their Korean language program. All right, so here you are required to live on campus. Okay, you're not allowed to go and book your own room or go and stay outside the university. You are required to live in the university's dormitory, and the university is going to deduct your dorm fees from your stipend. Okay, when you come at first, they are not going to take your money because they know you're not coming to the country, so they're not going to take your money. The little money that you came with is what you're going to survive on until they start paying you your stipend. So they will wait maybe 2-3 months. When they start paying your stipend, they will simply deduct the money that you owe them, okay, regarding the dorm fees. So maybe you stayed in the dorm for 3 months, and then they start paying you after 3 months after you arrived in Korea. They will simply deduct the 3 months worth of dorm fees from your stipend, and then they will just give you the rest. Okay, so it's not free to stay in the dormitory, with the exception of Dongso University. I know Dongso University, they don't take stipend from students, but apart from that university, all universities, they take dorm fees from students, so they are simply going to deduct that money from your stipend. Okay, later if you get topic 3 or 4, you can choose to leave the dorm. I think after 6 months you can choose to leave the dorm and go and stay elsewhere, but I always advise students to stay in the dorm for the very first year so that you are able to at least save some little money to start your master's or your PhD. Okay, all right. Okay, so scholarship does not cover the dormitory fee, as I said. So scholars are responsible for paying their own accommodation. Most scholars pay for their accommodation using the stipend they receive each month. Please note that scholarship funds, including monthly stipend, will only be provided after a scholar opens a bank account in Korea. So one can open a bank account after an issuance of ID card, that is the residence card. This procedure may take 1 to 3 months depending on the individual circumstances. Therefore, it is recommended that scholars bring additional funds to cover their living expenses for the first month or two in Korea. As I said, they might pay you your stipend 3 months after you arrive in Korea. So please, when you're coming, make sure you make available a little bit of funds for yourself to survive for the first 1 to 3 months. Okay, when they start paying your stipend, then you'll be fine. But before you come, make sure you have some little money and food, so that you'll be able to survive until they start paying your stipend. Okay, right. And you have to get ARC card, that is the residence card, before you are able to open a bank account in Korea. So that process might also take, like as they said, a month or two for you to get that card. So it all boils down to you making available some funds before you come to Korea. Now let's get to the degree program. It says scholarship period including 1 year mandatory Korean language program. So this they already indicated in the guidelines before you even apply for GKS. Korean language program is September 1st 2025 to August 31st 2026. Master's degree is from September 2026 to August 31st 2028. So if you're doing master's degree, you'll be spending 3 years in Korea. If you're doing PhD, you'll be spending 4 years. Okay, 3 years of your PhD and then 1 year of your Korean language program. Then research program is from September 2025 to August 31st 2026. That is 6 months or 1 year. When it comes to research program, unfortunately I don't know so much about it. And global network program, I also don't know about that one as well. So that one also starts from September 2025 to August 2027. Okay, that is within 2 years. Now let's go to accommodation. Again, okay, on-campus housing is generally available for degree program scholars who apply for it at their respective universities. Make sure to check the accommodation details within the university. So the first part that I was talking about, the accommodation, was for language program. This one is for your degree, whether master's or your PhD. So here you can choose to stay in the university dorms still, or you can go outside and rent a 1-room studio apartment like where I'm living now, or a 2-room studio apartment if you can afford it. Okay, I will do another video to explain all the processes involved in renting a room or living in the dorm. Okay, all right. So scholarship does not cover the dormitory fee, as they said earlier. So scholars are responsible for paying for their accommodation. Most scholars pay for their accommodation using the stipend they receive each month. Please note that the scholarship funds, including monthly stipend, will only be provided after a scholar opens a bank account in Korea. One can open a bank account after an issuance of ID card. They've already said this, so let's skip that. Okay, C is the invitation letter. Right, so we will send you an official NID invitation letter with which you can apply for a student visa to enter Korea. I'm sure you have received your invitation letters already, so from there you can now start applying for the visa. Okay, I think your university also has to provide you with some documents like the business registration card and some other documents that you would need to apply for the visa. Okay, including more like a plane tickets booking or something. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to make a video on how to fill the visa forms. So if you want that, please comment yes in the comment section. All right, so the invitation letter will be sent to you individually via email as a PDF file. Hard copies will not be delivered to you. Please make sure to check your email inbox daily. If you do not receive the invitation letter by July 11th Korean Standard Time, please email us at GKS blah 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 with your GKS school number in a subject title as they have written over here, invitation letter not received. So please make sure you read this. Even though I'm going through it with you, please make sure you go over it again so that you don't miss anything. Okay, your GKS school number, also known as a CS number, is written before your name in the final successful candidate list. So please check the candidates list and then so that you are able to know your CS number. Okay, the next is visa application. Right, so apply for a visa at the nearest Korean embassy or consulate in your country with the invitation letter. Even if your country has signed a visa agreement with the Korean government, you will still need to apply for a visa. Please ensure you apply for the correct type of visa. So if you are coming to do the Korean language program first, you have to apply for the D4 visa. Okay, that is for those who will start the Korean language program. And Yeah, all scholars will be initially issued with a 6-month D4 visa, and scholars are responsible to renew their visa during their Korean language program. NIED does not support visa renewal fee. For me, as far as I know, it's usually free for GKS students. Okay, visa renewal fee or whatever is free for GKS students, so don't worry about that. Yeah, and if you are coming to start your degree program right away, those who have topic 5 already or 6 already, you are going to start your degree right away. So for you, you have to apply for the D2 visa. Okay, that is for those who are exempt from the Korean language program and start their degree program. Yes, so D27 visa is available for GKS scholars upon their request. So that, as I said, visa application and all that is free. You don't have to pay for any money. Okay, in your country is free. You're a GKS scholar, so you're not going to pay any money. All you have to do is to put together your documents, go to the Korean embassy, and then just submit the documents. That's all. Okay, the documents required for visa application may vary by each embassy, and it's strongly recommended that you contact the Korean embassy to confirm the required documents before applying for a visa. You can also visit the Korean visa portal at www.visa.go.kr for more information. So it's best that you check the Korean embassy's website in your country and see the documents that they require. Okay, so the video that I'll be doing, I'll just be filling the forms that they require in Ghana. Okay, but also it's good that you go and visit the Korean embassy website in your country so that you know exactly the forms that they need you to fill, but they are all similar. Okay, all right, then visa application processing times can vary depending on the scholar's personal or country circumstances, so scholars should obtain necessary documents and apply for the visa as early as possible. Yeah, as I said, it is each scholar's responsibility to verify the name if the name of university is indicated correctly in the visa. So please make sure to check all documents so that you don't make mistakes. Okay, when it comes to your name, the spelling of the university, and all that. Okay, let's see this one. It says scholars who are currently residing in Korea with D2, D4, or other types of visa may need to return to their home country to obtain a new visa for the GKS program. In this case, the round-trip airfare will not be provided to scholars. These scholars must contact the immigration office that has jurisdiction over their university to determine if they can obtain their visa without leaving their country. So this is self-explanatory. If you are in Korea, when you got the visa, you might need to go back to your country to get the visa and then come back here. But if not, you can also contact the university where you are going to start your PhD or master's and then ask them if they can, help you to get the visa here in Korea without having to leave Korea. And if you leave Korea, GKS is not going to pay for your round trip airfare. You're going to fund everything. Okay, then the next one is entry air tickets. So entry period is scholars must arrange their entry schedule with the university. All scholars should enter Korea before the semester begins on September 1st. So mostly between August 24th and August 31st. So usually the university will contact you and then give you a certain timeline, as they said here, August 24th to August 31st, and they will ask you within which day you would want to come to Korea, and then they will book the flight according to the date that you select. Okay, so it is in your hands to select the dates that you want to come, but they give you a certain timeline and you choose within that timeline. Okay, and they will purchase the flights for you to come to Korea. Right, so NID will provide funds for a one-way economy class flight ticket, which must be purchased through the university. The itinerary must be a direct flight or a flight with the shortest route to Korea. If there is no direct flight available, the layover should be limited to 30 hours. Please make sure you see to following all the instructions. Each university will ask you to submit a flight entry information form. You must complete the form and submit it back to the relevant institution for them to use it to book your flight. Okay, your tickets must be arranged through the university. NID does not book tickets for scholars. Those who have flight connections in another country are responsible for checking the transit visa requirements in that country and preparing in advance. For instance, if you need to transfer flights within the Schengen area or the United States, you must get a Schengen visa or a US transit visa before departure. Okay, so all those fees incurred are not covered by NID. You have to use your money to acquire a Schengen visa or a US visa. Please, if you don't know what a Schengen visa is, Google it. I am not here to tell you everything, and I can't spoon feed you everything, guys. There is Google, there's Chat GPT for everything. So whatever you need, when it comes to certain information, extra information, please go and do research on your own. Okay. NID does not cover any entry related transportation expenses other than airfare, including travel within the Republic of Korea or the scholar's home country. So if you incur any other expenses, it's going to be paid out of your own pocket. Okay. Then NID does not cover the cost of travel insurance. It is up to each individual to decide whether to purchase travel insurance or not. I didn't purchase any any travel insurance. I don't remember, but I don't think I paid for any travel insurance. I just got my ticket, I went to the airport, and then I flew here. Okay, NID does not cover any additional fees incurred prior to your departure. That is your baggage. If you have extra baggage, you have to pay for it by yourself. Any ticket change fee, change of schedule, cancellation of flight, etc. is responsible to whom generated such situation. So if you have any issues regarding your flights, you are going to have to pay for it. Okay. Then entry airfare will not be provided to the following GKS students. GKS scholars who are in Korea at the time of final announcement. As I said earlier, the round-trip airfare will not be provided to GKS scholars selected in China and Czech Republic in accordance with the agreement made between Korea government and the government of the two countries. Upon arriving in Korea, scholars must contact the person in charge of GKS at their university immediately. All scholars must have the contact information of the representatives who are responsible for GKS students at the university before arriving in Korea. Then all scholars must follow the instructions and regulations given by the representatives. All scholars are advised to travel with a valid Korean visa and the invitation letter issued by NID. Okay, so when you get to Korea, right, I think before you even get here, your GKS coordinator would know when you would arrive and where you will arrive. Okay, so some of them might meet you in the airport to take you to the university, or some of you will give you a directive for you to follow. When you get to the airport, do this, do that, take a train, come to Busan. They will give you an address and what to do. They will show you exactly what to do for you to be able to get to wherever you're going to. Okay, that's how it's done. It's either they meet you there, or when you get to the airport, they give you a directive and then you follow that and you come to your school. Okay, it's not everybody who gets to be picked up by their GKS coordinator in the airport. Some of them have to find their own way to the university, unfortunately, but also know that they are going to help you to find your way to the university, so don't worry about anything. Okay, so the next thing is learn about Korea before you come to Korea. I think I'm going to make another video to talk about learning about Korea and other things. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave today's going through the forms over here. So guys, this is all that we are going to talk about when it comes to the important notice, right? So I said I was going to answer a few questions when it came to the post that I made yesterday. Some people left some questions in the comments, so I'm going to answer them. First one is from Cyclopedia. Yes, I hope I got your name right. Thank you so much for all the help you've been offering. Okay, my friends and I have quite a lot of because their communication is lagging. Okay, so do we all get the same date for arrival? As I said, you have to choose the date that you want to come to Korea. The university will provide you with some timeline, and then you choose the day that you want to arrive. So you and your friends can coordinate, and then you all choose the same day that you want to arrive in Korea. So you book the flight on the same day. University will book the flight for you. Okay, do they book another plane to Busan like the university? Okay, so they don't book another plane to Busan. I think the plane might land in Incheon and then you take a train to Busan, or I don't know if some of the trains might come to Gimpo Airport or whatever. I don't know when it comes to those kinds of logistics. So it all depends on the flights that they book for you. Okay, unfortunately, I can't respond to that. Please ask the GKS coordinator with that. And does the university help us reach the university dorms exactly? Is it safer to bring our own laptops, or is it better to buy from there? Do we choose our roommates? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I brought my own laptop. Just make sure you pack it safely in your suitcase or your traveling bag so that you don't have any issues in the airport. Nobody is going to steal your laptop, okay? And the university, yes, usually they choose your roommate for you. It's not your choice, okay? You will come and then meet someone in your room, so it's not your choice. They choose the roommate for you, okay? Let's see. Next person is someone asked me, for those submitting the personal statement and the study plan, the question will be, will I be writing inside the form provided? I think I even sent a video to the person. Yes, of course, you have to fill the person. You have to write a personal statement in the form that they have provided you in the GKS application form. Where else do you want to write the personal statement? Please, that's why I say read instructions. Okay, they have clearly written in the instructions on the application form. Type your personal statement here in 11 points. Okay, blah 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 blah, with all the instructions. So please make sure you read application documents so that you don't come back and ask me such questions in the comment section. Okay. These are things that you have to know, like off head. They are not things I have to come here and spoon feed you guys. So please, I beg you, make sure you read guidelines and application forms. I beg you. Right, this person says, hi, I would like to ask if I make a notarized copy of my apostille bachelor's certificates transcript and translate them again to bring to South Korea for a change of D4 visa in the future, do I have to bring the original version of whatever documents you have? Please bring them all. Original version, translated copies, everything. Bring them. Don't leave anything in your country because you don't know whatever is going to happen in the future. So whatever transcript, consular confirmed documents that you have, please bring them. Okay, perhaps is it enough to bring the soft copies of mine? Yeah, I already said if you have the scanned copy of the consular confirmed documents that you use to apply for the GKS application, it's enough. Okay, when you're applying for visa, they will not require you to submit the original one. They just want something to prove that you already have the apostille or the consular confirmed document, so you can just submit a copy. Okay, right, so I hope your question is answered. If you still have any question, please leave them in the comment section. Another person is saying what yeah, I responded to this person. Okay, so yeah, I think this is all about today's video, guys. If you have any other question, please leave them in the comment section and I am going to respond to it accordingly. Okay, and as I said, I am going to make a video on how to fill the visa forms, and also I'm planning to make a live next week to answer your questions live. Okay, so please, I'm going to make sure I make an announcement on the date and the time so that you guys can join the live, and then I'll be able to answer all the questions that you have. And yeah, I'll also make a video about, you know, accommodation, open bank accounts in Korea and all that. I'm going to make another video to explain things in detail for you guys. I didn't want the video to be long, but it became long. But it's all to help you guys. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm going to end today's video right here. And guys, please, before you go, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, and please comment and share the video so that I get more coverage. If you are new here, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so that whenever I post, you'll be able to get notified. All right, guys, so yeah, I'm ending everything here and I'll see you next week. Take care of your beautiful selves, and that's all for today. Goodbye.